Okay. Yeah. So today, SM held this interesting event called SM Congress. So I didn't watch it though. I just know about some info about what is going to happen with the what's going to be the next goal of most of the SM artists. Please excuse my grammar, okay? So this is SM Congress 2021, and I guess most of the information is based off this trend. So something that's going to happen is iSpa will have a new album in 2021. So iSpa, I guess it is motivated by the surprise success of the track Next Level, and it's still going strong. I feel that it has the potential of getting nominated for Song of the Year. Of course, the Song of the Year will go to BTS's Butter for because come on, they've been dominating Song of the Year category for a long time. But I feel that right now it's going to somewhere like they might get nominated for it. If they win, it's kind of jackpot. But I think they could just it'd be cool for a rookie group to win Song of the Year. At least at AA, they might snag one of those trophies. But right now, I don't think they can get close to a die sang at MMA or Melon. So MMA is the same shit. Melon or Mama or Golden Disc. Golden Disc, of course, will go to somebody else. Maybe BTS or someone. But from what I see is that I'm not really into iSpap, but it's pretty great for them considering how most of the content, musical content that we've received from iSpa are basically digital singles. So, and also since they're really an integral part of the SMCU, which is Suman's cultural universe. Yeah, it's pretty cool. They just add the S on it, and we're gonna get season 1 of SMCU, which will be really cool. Now, the artists that are involved in SMCU are Kangta, Boa, TVXQ Super Junior, Girls' Generation, Shiny, EXO, Red Velvet, NCT Wavy, and iSpa. Now, please excuse my pronunciation for the first two artists. But it's pretty cool to see SM integrate all the artists from each generation. From the first generation got Kangta and Boa, then second generation TVXQ Super Junior, and Girls' Generation is Shiny, then third generation EXO, Red Velvet, NCT, Wavy, and the fourth generation is iSpa. It'll be really cool. And there's also something about the Pink Blood brand. Okay, for a period of time, people were speculating that Pink Blood was a subunit of Girls' Generation, so I guess it's something related to the SMCU. Maybe it's like something along the lines of that website that TXT used to have, which is used to find out a lot of info about the TXT universe, the Star Seekers universe, or something over there. I feel that's pretty cool. And the second thing that intrigued me was SM's partnership with YouTube Music. That is involved in remastering a lot of their old MVs. Now, SM has a vast heritage, I would say. They are basically the gods of K-pop in the matter of the fact that many things were introduced by them. Now, that'll be pretty cool since we got artists like HOT, Boa, and Kangta, and maybe TVXQ. It'll be really cool to see the MV of songs like Mirotic, Rising Sun, Number One, and We Are the Future get a 4K remaster. That'd be really cool, I swear. And that's what I really wish could happen. Maybe something like that. And then one more thing is, and yeah, and then you got the Kwangia reference. I guess Kwangia is the wilderness, but I kind of feel it's like this universe, something close to that. So some of the announcements that were made were a full album of Wavy. We might have another NCT 2021, a collaboration of all NCT units, maybe a new lineup for NCTU, then another full album of NCT 127 repackage. I'm really waiting for a new NCT 127 album. I really love Neozone and its repackage, so it'll be really cool to see another NCT album. But it's kind of sad, you know. You know what's more sadder is that one of the artists within the MCU isn't FX, which is so sad considering how important that group is. I mean, really. This makes me really I can't think of a group which has such an impact in getting K-pop to a niche audience like like FX, which is really important for the lore of K-pop. It's pretty sad. But what was more stupid, I would say, this I guess I really liked everything that was announced in SM Congress, and I hopes they are successful in all of those endeavors. But one of the most stupidest ideas I've ever heard was NCT Hollywood. So what are they gonna do? Is like they're gonna audition 21 contestants and they're gonna ship them to Seoul and have a survival show type of concept. Now I don't know whether they're basically getting Asian Americans or Americans directly, but trust me, it's gonna look really weird, okay? And I don't know what's gonna happen, okay? It's just the idea pretty much freaks me out. Considering I don't think that NCT is really trying to uproot big hit from that status. Right now they're basically comfortable on top, basically dominating all the markets to BTS. But we must remember that SM really wants to have a pie of that United States market, and probably he tried his best. He tried with Super, which was not really appreciated by a lot of the community. I guess I need to make a video on why Super was not really a great group, but I would say it was kind of close to that. The idea of Super M did not really work, and NCT 127 is going good, but I feel that they're promoting a lot and the returns are pretty low on that. So SM introduced something like NCT Hollywood could kind of look like something which I would say it's something on the lines of desperateness from the side of SM. But let's be honest, something about K-pop that gets people into K-pop is this exoticness about it. Somewhat like there's so many things that really make K-pop K-pop. That hyper perfection, the hyper reality of the music videos, and I don't think that getting Americans or any white guy into this realm would really work for something like K-pop. I mean, you got All in London. I mean, that's a pure representation. I mean, I consider All in London a troll who's also a maniac at the same time. But this present moment, I really don't think that SM is in his mind to think that NCT Hollywood would give SM a designated pie in the US music market. But it makes sense because because SM as a company succeeded in localizing most of the groups. Think about how EXO is really successful in China, considering how Lay is massive, and EXO is basically created to get a pie of the Chinese market. It makes sense that Lee Soo-min would go and try to make a market for make a group for the United States. But let's be honest, I would say that he could go and push something like a Red Velvet, which has some presence in the States, at least a somewhat cult presence, a cult presence sufficient enough for them to break in some sales, get some, get some concerts or something like that. I feel the Red Velvet deserves better in this case. Right now, I'm pretty much, what can I say? I'm pretty much divided on NCT Hollywood, to be honest. I mean, let me be honest, it'll be really cool to see something like NCT Hollywood succeed at the end of the day. But in the present situation, something like NCT Hollywood wouldn't work according to me. But this is SM. They have a history of basically presenting some of the most worst groups, and then they're not worst group, that's the wrong statement. Some of the groups that people consider a failure before having becoming some of the biggest groups in the world. Like it's happened with Super Junior, it's happened with EXO. It's kind of happening to it happened to Girls' Generation. It's happening to aespa. So I don't know. It's SM. He's a wild man, and despite my hatred towards him, I really find this man an impressive legend. That man can pull off anything I have confidence on him that it might succeed. Another thing that really hurt me, to be honest, was the erasure of FX. I mean, FX does not deserve it. They have this interesting legacy. Probably one of the first K-pop girl groups to actually have a interesting following in the States. I guess that goes to Girls' Generation, but they were really popular. In fact, I remember them having a lot, like, they were pretty much critical darlings of K-pop with great albums like Pink Tape, Red Light, and Four Walls, and they're still solid even to this day. But again, I'm just kind of saddened by the fact that we're ignoring their SMS, especially ignoring SM. So screw SM for that. And I guess that's my thoughts on the SM Congress, whatever that thing is. And I do have some positive points about it as well as some negative points about it. But at the end of the day, it's just cool on paper. But I don't think it's going to be, at the end of the day, it's cool on paper, but I don't know. We need to wait for its execution. We might call, on paper, NCT Hollywood might sound like a bad idea, but we don't know about what could happen after its execution. So I don't know. Let's keep our fingers crossed, and thanks for watching this video. If you like this video, I don't think I'm gonna make continuous videos like this one, but I'll try my best. Okay, so thank you. Thanks a lot, and bye.